Facepixelizer is a specialized image editor that you can use to anonymize your images. To use Facepixelizer, you simply navigate to facepixelizer.com and then you drag an image from your desktop onto Facepixelizer. So, for example, if you're writing a blog about some privacy feature of Facebook, you might want to include a screenshot like this one. But you might also want to protect the privacy of your friends. So, you would want to obscure faces and names in this image. So let me show you some of the features of Facepixelizer. Facepixelizer has face detection that's quite handy if there's a lot of faces in your image. The face detection runs in the browser, and it works quite well. But it doesn't catch all faces. For example, faces that are tilted or faces that are looking to the side. But it's quite easy to find and touch up those faces using the selection tool. So let me show you the features of the selection tool. The selection tool has two modes, auto and manual. In auto mode, text is blurred and faces are pixelated. But in addition, large text is blurred a lot, while small text is blurred less. And similarly, large faces are pixelated more than small faces. So notice that when I pixelize this face versus the small face, the pixels are much smaller in the small face. However, if you were to scale it up, it would be very similar. If you're not happy with what auto mode gives you, then you can switch to manual mode. Let's revert first. In manual mode, you can control precisely the effect that is applied. For example, you can choose between blur, pixelate, and solid. So, for example, if we choose blur and blur the text here, then it is blurred an appropriate amount. However, if we blur this larger text without changing the settings, then you can see that the title is not blurred enough. This is why auto mode is quite handy, because it will blur the appropriate amount whether the text is big or small. The last feature of Facepixelizer that I want to tell you about is how to undo. To apply an effect, you drag the mouse down and to the right. But to undo, you drag the mouse in the opposite direction. So, down and to the right is to apply an effect, and up and to the left to undo the effect. Once you are happy with your image, you can simply press Save, and your image will be saved with the word Censored appended to the file name.